if you do the practice exam with Firefox just fine, then you probably will be okay. Chrome, you know how people post, I think it's in our class, we've gotten posts of, I open the class and the menu of links is missing on the left side, I can't get into anything. Well, that's probably because they're in Chrome, because Chrome is not compatible with Blackboard, and Chrome will drop links. Sometimes Firefox will do weird things, and then Blackboard and Richland says they're only compatible with Internet Explorer. However, I have seen Internet Explorer do some crazy things too. Your best bet's going to be kind of figuring out, with the practice test, you get 2 practice test tries. So I figure you get 1 time each deciding which one of these is the best for you to use. So here's all the tips on taking an exam. Another big thing about taking an exam, avoid taking an exam through a Wi-Fi connection. If you can do a hard landline connection, Ethernet, that's preferred, because you're and more importantly, if you're still on DSL or God forbid dial-in, you're going to have a real hard time, because they'll drop exams 20 minutes in and you lose an attempt, and you get 3 attempts at each exam. And that's part of why you get 3 attempts at each exam. It's not so much so that you can benefit by improving your grade, but it's, let's guarantee that one of those will take. So the quizzes are timed, and you want to make sure you're on an Ethernet connection, because you don't want to, it forces you to finish the test the first time. You can't open it up and come back to it later. You have to read and study to take the test. It's not I read the chapter, now I can take the test. I've written a lot of the test questions that are in the pool of questions that are randomized when you take the test. So every time you log in, you may see some different questions. And I think I write easy questions, and I have been told over the last 15 years this is not true, no matter how I think they're easy. So, because you know, I got this thing, I want you to learn. So, study. Ugh. And I've got a couple of troubleshooting questions that have been real common, because sometimes, like when I talk about how Firefox might decide, I'm not going to share the submit question with you today. It's still going to be down there, and if you just kind of start, you know, at the bottom of the page with your mouse going, it's got to be here, it's got to be here, and all of a sudden a little hand thing shows up, doing its little hand thing, click, submit. Seriously, I know it sounds crazy, but it's just like, look for the psychic hand to appear. Okay, so there's kind of, but do go back and read